Welcome to my favorite nonprofit radio segment called Nonprofits Care. Their causes are really extraordinary.
Welcome everybody to the second half of our show. That segment, my name's Ralph Grills. I'm the founder of My Favorite Nonprofit, and I'm here with my co-host Helena Nee.
Good morning.
Good morning, Helena. And our segment's called Nonprofits Who Care. Causes are really extraordinary. And we have a special guest for our second half, is Asia Donovan. And Asia, tell us a little bit about yourself before we get into your nonprofit.
Oh, well, there's so much to say. I'm really a strange person, actually. I have lots of...
You don't look too strange.
I know. Well, appearance...
Sounds like a little horn coming out.
Yeah.
Or on radio, though, right?
Oh, yeah, that's my unicorn horn. How'd you know?
There you go.
No, but, yeah, I mean, I'm pretty eccentric and strange, and I love helping others, and, you know, it makes me so happy, and I think most people would say the same if they had that experience. Like when you help somebody, even something small, it just makes you happy and fills you up inside.
Yeah, I met you before and you just come with so much energy. How do you get all that energy?
You know, I do a lot of meditation, and I've learned a lot about self-care and being able to balance my life. You know, several years ago I'd go, and just run myself down, and nowadays I have learned how to take care of myself and rest and, you know, give myself plenty of time, and all of a sudden, like, my world's opened up. I have tons of energy, and things get done a lot quicker, even though I'm putting less time in.
That's great. I'm going to start doing yoga and meditation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I want to have your energy.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just getting over a cold, so I'm kind of down on the low right now. But your nonprofit is traditionaltribals.org, right?
Tribaltraditions.org.
Tribal traditions, well, backwards. Tribal traditions, yeah.
That's one of our projects. So the main nonprofit is called Global Peace Train, and our main goal with Global Peace Train is to, you know, send people into places that they love around the world, and connect with the community and ask the community what it is they need. And so then from there we design programming in order to deliver the things that the community asks for. So we started a few years back. In 2009 we were founded, and we went down to Argentina and did some filming in the slums with kids and produced some media for some nonprofits down there that were working with children in the slums and in orphanages. So that was like our very first kind of getting our feet wet, you know, and then we went over to Kenya and found a community of women living in a small slum who had already started microfinance, the process of creating a microfinance program. So that was our second project, and we're just wrapping it up this year. Our goal is really to go in, help the community leaders to become more efficient, give them the resources they need, and then, you know, step out so that they can run their own stuff.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So Global Peace Train, if I understand this right, you started the tribal traditions from that?
Yeah.
So it's like a segment of that then?
Yeah, Tribal Traditions is a brand, you know, it's not only, this project is Tribal Traditions of Lakota Sioux.
Right.
So we work with the women on Pine Ridge Indian Reservation up in South Dakota.
Oh, really?
Which is actually the most impoverished area in the U.S. And
it is?
It is. You'd be shocked. You go up there. It's like a third world country. Some of our women, they make these beautiful, like, handmade star quilts in a one-room house with no running water, you know, no bathroom, no, you know, it's very minimal electricity that's like strung together with extension cords. You know, roofs are falling in, so it's super, it's crazy to go into a place like that and see conditions that are similar or worse than places I've been in Africa.
Like third world countries,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, that's interesting because I heard that the reservations in the United States, there is a lot of poverty on them. As a matter of fact, there's an organization called Up With People, I think you're familiar with, and the current CEO, Alan Terry, he actually is alumni from Up With People. Way back in when he traveled, they went to Farmington, New Mexico, to the reservations there. And he said the things they saw he could not believe was in the United States.
Yeah.
So it is a real issue out there.
Yeah, it is. And you know, there's a lot of exciting things coming out of the reservation with Tribal Traditions. You know, we went in and we started an e-commerce website, which is tribaltraditions.org. And women, and some family members also pitch in, but primarily women, they make beautiful handmade star quilts, baby moccasins, diaper bags, baby blankets, and a lot of them are like, they have this very traditional aspect. especially the star quilts, which are, you know, you'd never know it from the outside. It looks like just a quilt. But in their tradition, although the poverty is so extreme, they use these quilts to honor people. When they're born, when they graduate, when they die, you know, if they've done something extraordinary to help you. And so they, you know, the materials alone cost a lot to buy.
So all these quilts have special meanings, what you're saying?
Yeah, I mean, basically they hand stitch them all, and then, you know, it takes 20 hours, and then they honor people in a giveaway. So, you know, if somebody is...
So it's kind of like blessed to you.
It is, and there's a lot of prayers in it, and there's a lot of traditional meaning that comes through these quilts. And it's a huge lesson on generosity, which, you know, I mean, for something so big, to receive it, you know, is very honoring. And to give it is very honoring as well. So there's this beautiful lesson that comes with some of these items that are on the website.
Oh yeah, I'm on your website right now and I see a beautiful blue quilt. That is really pretty. So people can go on this website and actually purchase these quilts, right?
Yeah, yeah, you know, they're a little pricey. You know, there's baby moccasins, there's diaper bags, there's the quilts. But, you know, they're all handmade here in the U.S.
Oh, I see the baby moccasins. Those are very cute too.
Oh yeah, they're adorable. And the moccasins, they're, you know, there's just all these stories when I go up there and film.
Yeah.
We're going to be putting out a series of short videos in the next year that really highlight these meanings and the people and, you know.
So you kind of do a documentary, mini documentaries of this?
Yeah, we're doing mini documentaries of the content of what's on the website. And then we're also, right now, really fun project doing a documentary on happiness and well-being on the Pine Ridge Reservation, which you go out there and you look, and every media that you see on Pine Ridge is so depressing. It's like, you know, drugs and alcohol and addiction and, you know, on and on.
It's all things that go with poverty.
Yeah.
Right.
But, you know.
But nothing positive coming, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And in the process of going up there, and we're doing a very structured research project along with the documentary. So we're asking people, hey, what makes you happy? What, you know, what gets in the way of your happiness? And the most shocking thing is that these people that are in extreme poverty are so happy.
Yeah.
And I see it everywhere. But, you know, actually getting physical data that we can use in statistical research, you know, and publish that for the world to see, I think is really fascinating. It's like we have some idea of poverty being this horrible, bad thing, but in the same way, although they don't have much money, there's this cultural aspect of happiness that just is around with everyone.
They have each other. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of research. That's funny that you're doing all this stuff. I've been doing a ton of research on happiness in different countries and watching different movies that have documentaries on what makes people happy. It's all about communion. It's all about, I mean, they're poor together, right? They get to hang out and they get to share whatever they have.
Here we have a commonality.
Yeah.
And people that are rich actually so busy working and that they don't really have the community to, you know what I mean? It's
they can't hang out and love each other.
It seems the more you have, the more disconnected you become.
Isn't it? Yeah.
Fascinating. So that's why, you know, social media and stuff is becoming such a powerful thing. And one of the reasons we formed My Favorite Nonprofit is to be a community for people to come on like yourself to promote your favorite nonprofit, as well as to find other nonprofits to get involved with.
Yeah.
So this is really neat that you're coming on.
Yeah, well, it's a cool initiative, you know. I mean, there's so many nonprofits out there, and, you know, so many nonprofits are also in this competitive model still, and it's just starting to shift, you know, where people aren't hoarding their donors as much, or, you know, they're just starting to, oh, if I cooperate with other nonprofits, what's possible?
Well, I think collaboration is the key, and that's the reason why we started the site, is so that people can come on and collaborate with other nonprofits, as well as nonprofits can see, oh, here's another nonprofit that's doing what we're doing. Maybe we can get involved with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Actually, you're involved on a board, I think, of a group that's doing something very similar for nonprofits.
Yeah, it's called the Coalition for Collaborative Development, which is a group of nonprofits, and we're all getting together and collaborating, and we are putting together our website right now. So it's a whole separate nonprofit of nonprofits.
Right. It's a nonprofit that helps nonprofits.
Yeah. And, you know, the cool thing about it is we started it last year, and we're going to be launching all of these products that actually help people who are in nonprofits learn and understand more about how to get more progress, match them one-on-one with people who have been through, for example, we have a woman who, she just stepped in as the executive director after the founder. And so there's a lot of chaos, and that's a very particular topic and issue. But everybody who does it seems to find the same things. So instead of being alone and suffering alone through that process, we have people that they can talk to and relate to and, work on it together instead of...
So you're going to be a resource center. And that's very interesting. We're going to talk more about that after we come back from break. We have to take a quick break. This is Ralph Grills of My Favorite Nonprofit with Helena Nee, my co-host, on Nonprofits Who Care. Causes are really extraordinary. We'll see you after the break.
Welcome to my favorite nonprofit radio segment called Nonprofits Care. Their causes are really extraordinary.
Welcome back to our show, myfavoriternonprofit.com, as we can find more information about it. Our segment's called Nonprofits Who Care. Causes are really extraordinary. I'm Ralph Grills, and Helena Nee is my co-host. And we're here with a special guest, Asia Donovan. It's Asia Donovan.
Donovan.
Donovan. There we go. Cut it out right. Asian Donovan.
Asia's fine.
Okay, let's go by Asia. And not the continent Asia.
Right, but it sounds like that.
I know, it does sound like that. When I first heard your name, I'm like, Asia, oh, I gotta meet her. I thought you were gonna be Asian. But it's spelled A-J-A.
Yeah, I was named after the Steely Dan album.
Oh, okay.
My family loves music, and my mom's actually a radio host up in KGNU. She's been there forever. She used to work for KBCO. And
oh, really?
Radio runs in the blood.
Oh, see, that's why you're such a natural here. Very cool.
Asia is also a model.
Yeah, she looks like she could be a model.
No, she is. She is gorgeous. She's got.
Yeah, I've done a good job branding myself too. I was just on the cover of Crochet magazine last, I think it was June or July.
Oh, really? So we have someone famous here in our studio?
Well, not really famous.
Let me get your autograph.
I really love promoting, again, like handmade items, nonprofits, and when I model, I used to do it internationally for a while over in Europe, and, it just wasn't my thing, and so now I get to pick and choose my clients and who I promote, so.
Because a lot of charity events use models, so.
Yep, and in their promotional videos, and, I do tons of stuff.
As a matter of fact, Park Meadows just had a modeling fashion show just a couple days ago.
I saw that.
Yeah.
You were on the cover.
Did you see that?
So
yeah, on the cover of 5280. Me and Angel.
Awesome.
Yeah. And Angel's on their show I'm on.
That's great.
Yeah. So
you're famous too.
Not really, maybe in my mind.
Yeah.
But anyhow, you were talking about the coalition of the nonprofits you're working with.
Yeah.
Tell us a little more about that. It sounds very interesting.
Oh yeah, it's fascinating. Initially it came out, there's this wonderful guy, his name is Mike Chestnut, and he works with SCORE, the Small Business Administration's kind of retired retired.
Is that where you can get a retiree to kind of mentor you into your business and what you're doing?
Yeah, and he specializes.
The organization.
He specializes only in nonprofits. So I came across him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I've started these coalitions, and this is the way to go. Collaboration." And I was like, "Yeah, let's do this." So him and I teamed up, and we just started inviting people, and from there, those people invited more, and we have this beautiful little small community right now because we had to cut it back. We had like 30 people showing up in the first meetings. And we had to say, okay, who's on the board and who's going to be like the founding partners of this,
Right.
My favorite nonprofit, where causes are really extraordinary. Together we can make a difference. You and my favorite nonprofit, nonprofits who care. Find out how you can make a difference at myfavoriternonprofit.com, where causes are really extraordinary. You and my favorite nonprofit, nonprofits who care, who care.